welcome to another edition of TaylorBOTICS. Hope everybody's doing well today. Few things on the menu for today. Got a shout out, a meme that includes a free build Friday, which is pretty awesome. A question, and then the daily feature. We're going to be looking at the difference between the change block or the change option in the ultrasonic sensor and the compare option, what that means with those. And I do have a coronavirus fact and probably maybe even a TikTok. So let's get started with shoutouts. The one shout out I have today is for all the teachers at Fisher. We had a faculty meeting last week, and I've got these photos thanks to Mr. Byerly. He took screenshots, but all of us faculty members joined in on a Zoom meeting. Check out these pictures. I think it was awesome to see everybody, since we're in this new e-learning digital age right now, but seeing everybody and hearing what is working for them, all the positives, all the wins. So definitely shout out to all of the Fisher teachers. Moving on to our meme. Our meme comes from Joey. Shout out to Joey for sending this in. It's a two-part meme. The first part has a free build Friday. And if you guys don't know, Joey has an incredible collection of mini figures. Awesome, especially a lot of Star Wars ones, which, that deserves a shout out right there, Joey. But here's the first part of his meme. It says, "Mom, I got you pizza rolls." Oh, and it's got two minifigures there. And then me. Whoa. So I think that's pretty awesome to include the free build Friday with that as well. So thanks for sending that in, Joey. Let's head to questions. Our question today comes from a Mr. Noah. No surprise. Noah has some really great questions. I think he's sent one in almost every single day. But his question today was, what's the max distance that the ultrasonic can find? Now, I know what it says in the details of the sensor. But let's be an engineer and let's test it out. So I'm going to show you guys the very simple code that I'm going to be using. And then I'm going to go to the kitchen and I'm just going to keep testing it out.
All right, so here is going to be the code that I'm going to use to test the ultrasonic distance, just to see how far it can detect. I'm going to start off with a motor on, and then I'm going to pull up a weight block, change it to ultrasonic, compare distance in inches, and we are going to start with, I'm just going to start with 1 foot. So when that happens, I then want it to stop. And we will measure it. So let's go take a look at this.
All right, so as you can see in that video, I started with 1 foot 12 inches and went up a foot increments, as you saw in the text. And I mean, like, it even got up to 132 inches, 11 feet. And then I ran out of room and had to reposition and change that. And as you can see, my new creation, the sun with big motorcycle tires. And I put the catapults on top. And we'll get more into that later on in the week. But I thought it would be fun just to see if that would work. So it works up to 132 inches. I have to maybe find a larger space to try to see exactly how far it goes. So let's move on to our daily feature. So today's daily feature, we're still going to be working with the Ultrasonic, but instead of using the compare option that we used yesterday, I'm just going to be talking about the differences and how you would use the change option of that sensor. So what I want to do right now is show you the code, talk about the two differences, and explain what works best when you use the change option. And then we will go test it. So let's take a look at that code.
Let's code the robot. I'm actually going to use the compare as well as the change, and we're going to talk about the difference. So I'm going to start with, like I do always, on. We'll just slow it down, just have 30. So the robot's going to move on, and then I'm going to use my weight block. And what I'm going to do here is go to my ultrasonic, do my compare inches. So if something comes in, for the compare options, you can do equal to, not equal, greater than or equal to, less than, or less than or equal to. I always try to avoid the equal to because that just adds more to it and it can't be as precise. So I just do, less than, and I'm going to say 12 inches. So the robot's going to go, something comes in contact to it within a foot, and then it is going to stop. And then I'm going to use the change for the ultrasonic. So I find the ultrasonic here, the change in distance, and the main difference is in here. As you can see right there, it has compare, but then also it has these two arrows. Now that means the direction. So this is kind of like if the object that it is, the ultrasonic senses, moves or goes somewhere else in any direction. If it increases, it means it gets closer, or if it decreases, goes away, or just any. I'm going to use any for this. And what I want it to do is I want to fire the catapult. So I'm going to do negative 1.25, make sure it has a good rotation, crank it up, see if I can hit the target, and then we'll have it do a donut, just because we like donuts. So what I have here, here's the code. Go forward until it detects something. So the compare option of the ultrasonic sensor, something's within 12 inches. It's going to stop. Then when that something, whatever it is, moves any direction within 10 inches or so, then the catapult's going to fire. Then we're going to, let's just back up one rotation, -1, and then do a donut. So let's go and test this.
Go. You can't be in it. I'm sorry. Go. You did so good until you went after the drone. Go. No. 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 Hey! Yet another fun test of code thanks to the drone and Riyadh. So, as you could tell in both attempts, and I hope you guys enjoyed that, it was pretty fun. But in both attempts, we had the robot go forward till it got to that sign, the sign that said, "Please don't eat me, dog," the drone. So the robot went until it got 12 inches or a foot, and then it stopped. Then I operated the drone to launch, and when this started going up and there was a change in the ultrasonics reading, then it fired the catapult.
And I don't know if you guys caught that, but it was a pretty spot on direct hit on this side.
Awesome, it worked out. Another great sensor combination there. And then what was funny is, so I had the drone programmed to fly up another 24 inches, so another 2 feet, hover, and then land. But I guess the drone sensed that Riyadh was going to eat it or attack it, and it flew to the other side of the kitchen. Luckily enough, the drone was not harmed. It's still good. I don't think it likes Riyadh, but yeah. So that was just the difference between compare with the ultra sensor and compare and my mind's gone. Change. Sorry. Woo! Compare and change. So compare is whenever it gets in less than the amount you give it, it's going to stop. It's going to do whatever you tell it to do. Change is whenever that item that is using the ultrasonic to stop or whatever that item is going to move. And then it's going to do the code that you program it to. All right. Coronavirus facts of the day. And I got a good one. Read this article. It was from USA Today, which is a newspaper. And it says fact check. Sunlight does not kill the new coronavirus. So there was an article that was telling people in another magazine, go outside, get some sunlight. It'll kill this new coronavirus. Well, scientists checked it out, and ultraviolet light would, and this is kind of a connection with our color sensor. We just studied the ambient light with the ultraviolet. It would kill the virus, but the amount that you would need is so harmful that it would do more damage to the individual skin than killing the virus. So, if you have the coronavirus, don't go sunbathing. Pretty much. Just do all the simple tips. Wash your hands, social distancing, don't go out in public. I think I've been in the house, I guess since last Tuesday, so a week. I haven't gone anywhere, except for around on the farm, which is fun. So I do have a solution for the YouTube links. I was talking to some of the other related arts teachers, and if you authenticate your login. So you got to go into the Greenville County. I think there's an authenticate button on your Chromebook apps. If you go in there, authenticate it, put in your username, password, it authenticates it. Then hopefully the link will work. If it doesn't, I'll continue putting the video in Google Drive, the link under Classroom, as well as the YouTube clip. Question for tomorrow, it'll be very, very simple. What's the difference between change and compare? And then how could you use change and compare both in one setting? Think about the way I tested that feature. I want to leave today with another
TikTok that I made.
This was another fun one. So take a look at that.
Run.
Hope you guys enjoyed that one. So always a pleasure. Hope you guys enjoy this. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, all of that. Answer the questions. Send me shout outs. Send me more questions. Somebody mix that into a meme. But have a great day, guys. If you need anything, I'm always here. Send me an email. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.